want better for y'all.
I don't think enough people are saying this shit.
These are just our ideas.
Maybe we should all be a little bit more self-aware and a little bit less delusional.
What do we know?
What the fuck could we possibly know?
Hey, look, get your shit together.
But let me stay focused.
All right, and welcome back to The Reason They Should Have Never Gave You Niggas Microphones. I'm a little up.
I'm Big Shae.
And this is Let Me Stay Focused podcast. Allegedly. Woo! What the fuck?
We didn't
ever.
do the woo last episode either.
There's been so much calamity. In the episode before that with Jackie, it was like, I just like yelled, fuck. Whatever.
Get back into the groove of things.
Back in the motherfucking building.
But I guess we jumping right in, or
I guess we have no AKAs. We can't get the intro. You know, the world is burning around us.
you don't have any AKAs?
Aside from Ricky Bobby. I'm trying to think of what I'm known for. I guess I could go AKA back up from the microphone. But I have backed up from the microphone and I'm still very loud on the recording. I don't know how to fix that. I've even turned up my headphones so that I can hear myself better so that I don't talk as loud. And it's like not helping.
I mean, they hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they know that I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to like fix it. I've done everything I can on my end. It's just like in my DNA thing. Or I could go by Cherry Garcia.
Okay, that's a good one.
I don't know why yet, but it makes sense to me.
I might make that my Twitter name tonight.
You should. You have good ones. Mine has been This Is My Burner account for like 6 years.
For real. Yeah, it's been there for a minute.
The picture changes sometimes, but I think it's still Kirby with the knife right now.
I think so, yeah. It's been a couple years.
That's my other one, Kirby with the knife.
Well, my AKA is Miss Nigga.
I like that for you.
Yeah, that's all I could think of for now.
It works.
I think so too. Fits me well.
I'm a fan.
But I have Hotep. I mean, I have honorable mention. Wow, I had Hotep last week. I'm tripping.
We're on fumes.
Yeah. But my honorable mention is gonna be a Virgo. It's Big Virgo. Do you know who Big Virgo is?
Beyonce.
Of course.
Yes.
All of my honorable mentions for this month is gonna be Virgos, but
Oh, maybe Deja Wasia. She commented on her
oh yeah, I don't know her, but I checked her page. She seems to be known.
I know her.
You know her?
Creative Nation.
Okay.
Happy
I
birthday,
figured like
Deja.
she was like an origami girl or something like that. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, no. You're trying to place where you know her from.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that she like followed or watched the podcast. So when I seen her in the comments, I was like, oh shit, hi.
Yeah, she's a Virgo, so I'm always going to support Virgos anyway.
But also big Virgo, Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter.
Yeah, so I've been seeing so much footage of the Renaissance show, and she performed on her birthday on September 4th. That was 2 days ago from,
when we're recording.
Yeah, from our recording, but this is not going to be released for another, 2 weeks.
This is my America Has a Problem dance.
I'm fucking weak.
You know, she's the bee and then the twins. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's when she was up there with Kendrick.
Yes, but also they do it every time. It's like, can't wait to make it up. Best thing you dope, but it ain't cracking up. You gotta see it. That's how they do it, the twins.
I'm weak, but I can't wait. So I'm going to one of her shows end of the month. The New Orleans show, and I'm just ecstatic. Like, I never seen Beyonce before, so I already know like it's just gonna be like emotional for me.
I'm excited for
Not
you.
because I'm like a fucking super fan. It's just like I just do love her. Like, as I love what she stands for. I love her as an artist.
I thought when you said not because I'm a super fan, you were gonna say but because.
Well, I don't know what I was trying to say.
I think you're a super fan, but
maybe I might be a super fan because I do like I notice like I'll be liking so many tweets about Beyonce all the time. Like, I love her so much, but it's just because like, and I've talked about this up here before, but she's just inspirational, you know what I'm saying? And it just made me see like what I could be, you know what I'm saying? If I continue to like be consistent in whatever I do, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever, no matter what that is, but like give your best and be consistent, and it's like there's no way you're not gonna go up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, you know, how I feel about it. But she gave a speech at her show, on her birthday show, and you know what I'm saying, it was just very like touching, you know, and heartwarming. And I just think everybody should go and listen to that speech. It's 3 minutes, so I'm not gonna play it up here, but yeah, go listen to it.
I think it's really stuck out to me how much she loved her Uncle Johnny on this tour. I think she talks about him a lot. And I mean, I'm sure he's always existed. He's always been very important to her. But seeing her, yes, she gave a speech about him. I think that was the GLAAD Awards or something else. And seeing her put pictures of him and like her being moved that someone left a picture of him in Solange in her dressing room. It just like makes me think about Beyonce having a life before she became the phenom that we know. And not even like when she was famous, like 97 is the year that she usually says is where she like really came out. But like before that, like there's a whole life there, and there's a lot of things that happen, and things can be traumatic and sad, and just like, I just know he would be so proud of her.
Yeah, man. Like it's just cause I mean, when you've grown up, you know, listening to her, or like just even be like seeing the media like headlines and stuff like that, just she's been through a lot of shit throughout her career. She's been in the game for 25 plus years, and she was not, like you said, she was not always famous. Like a lot of people counted her out. A lot of people used to not, the same people that used to be like, I don't like Beyonce, is fucking in love with her now.
They told her that album wasn't gonna be shit, that Beyonce album.
When she did her solo shit, like people hated her for that.
They told her they don't hear one number one single on there, right?
And she had about five. Yep. Like, and ever since she just been, I mean, even in Destiny's Child, like she was always that girl, but like when she went solo, she really just hit the ground running. She never let up on hoes. Like she never let what y'all was saying about her like get to her. Like she might have in private, like she probably went through the motions and stuff like that, but like she put all that energy into her work, and I feel like that's just such an inspiration. Like that's what kind of, I'm a very emotional person, and sometimes I'm like, you know, I'll go on the internet and like tweet some shit, you know what I'm saying? But I want to get to the point where I'm like, I don't even do shit like that. Like I just go and put that shit into my craft or my art or whatever, my work, and make some money from the shit. Like
now you Hotep of the week.
You know what I'm saying? That's the type of yeah, like I don't, you know, and I just want to move gracefully. Like I just feel like something about her is just so graceful. Like, you know, it's just such, I just be in awe, you know.
Yeah, she's someone to be in awe of. Happy belated, Beyonce, and we love you, and this tour is great. They said this is Renaissance Part 1.
Yeah, man.
I'm coming to the Part 2 tour. Every year I'm coming to the tour. Every year, I don't know what happens. But next year.
For sure, because she said, I mean, she didn't say there was something else coming, but she did say this is Act 1, so obviously there has to be more acts coming. I'm looking forward to like a Destiny Child reunion.
She doesn't seem done.
Yeah, I don't think she's done.
And her husband is Mr. I'm retired. I'm fucking retired. I'm retired for real this time. I'm retired. I'm not making no more music. Here's my new album. I'm retired. So I think once she says I'm retiring, it'll be like a thing. And it'll be like the last tour. And the tickets will be $3,000 to even like breathe the air outside of the Staples Center.
The farewell tour. That's probably what she gonna call it.
Because 50 just went on one. 50, you went on a farewell tour. Can you please let Beyonce release the In the Club remix?
Wait, did he have a remix?
Beyonce was performing. She had it In the Club remix And it was doing so well that Beyonce did what like 50 Cent did what like LMA did with Jacquees.
God,
Like, you
shit
can't be
chicken.
selling that shit. They used to play it on the radio and everything.
I'm fucking weak. I gotta fucking do some research.
Dig it back up.
Yeah, I love like finding new discoveries about her. Like the other day, like I always seen this clip of her telling that girl, "You might as well go home.
Yeah, your luggage.
We can send your luggage." But I never knew that was actual footage of the girl getting kicked out the group.
Yeah, she went home and they sent her fucking luggage.
I never knew that until like yesterday or the day before. I was like, yo, all this time, like she was really getting kicked out the group.
She thought she was going home for something else.
I'm fucking.
And it was like,
weak.
oh, we gonna send your luggage and we not send it for you.
That was funny, but you know,
Yeah.
that just kind of go back to like.
She thanked all the members of Destiny Child but Farrah recently on tour.
Yeah,
She thanked LaToya, Latavia.
everybody.
I also didn't know that like
luggage.
no, I did know, but I think about it a lot now that Mama Tina's like more in the public eye. She always says my three girls, always. And I knew that Kelly had like a hard life growing up, but I didn't know that like she's one of them. Like she always says my sister, but there's no disputing that with them. Mm-hmm. Like I just think that that's so crazy.
Yeah, I mean they grew up together. Like Kelly lived with them.
Yeah, I didn't know that Kelly like lived with them and like all that until more recently. I also didn't know that it's Kelly in the second verse of Check Up on it.
Yeah,
they sound just alike.
They literally can interchange. Like I feel like if they really wanted to like play games on people, they could. Cause I mean, they have very distinctive voices. Like you can tell them apart, but
unless they feel like
unless they feel like there is some moments where you can be like, well, I don't know which one of them that is, because they even talk alike.
Yeah.
So it's like they really can interchange, and I feel like that's so dope. I love Kelly too. Like even Michelle. Like Kelly. Nobody can fuck. Like you said, nobody can.
Michelle ain't never met Michelle never met a bridge she couldn't cross, bro.
Yeah, like
Michelle's queen of the bridge.
Yo, they are iconic.
They are. Latavia, I'm so sorry, boo. I don't know nothing about you. Even Latoya Lucky. What's my song? Everybody know that. Yes, it was playing in my head already. Latoya, and then you on the perm box, bitch. Love me some you.
Yeah.
Oh, what's fuck? It's not I'm in love with a church girl. It's because that's Adrienne Bailon. She's in the other one that's always on BET. What the fuck is it called? Is it The Preacher's Daughter or some shit?
Oh no, that's not the one.
The Preacher's Daughter. It's something like that. And Latoya, like it's.
Yeah, I was just like she acted her ass off in that movie, but she was also on Greenleaf too.
Everybody watches Greenleaf but me.
It don't come on no more, but she did good in that show.
Everybody watched that shit.
She was a villain. I was like, ooh, like she can actually act.
You know, it was a nasty villain that I feel like people didn't really watch that show, and I realized like I was in high school watching a soap opera. Now,
what?
You know the Haves and the Have-Nots?
I hate that show.
Oh, Tika Sumpter played a nasty Candace. Like I love a good villain.
Yeah, I could. That show was too soap opera-y for me. Like,
yeah, it was definitely like there was no secret. I was the only person fooled. Like, this is a fucking soap opera. It was filmed on like the soap opera cameras, and I'm like, my show. I would watch Haves and the Have-Nots, and then I would change to I would change to MTV for Are You the One? The season that came out. Oh, and then like Teen Wolf. It would be like Teen Wolf, Are You the One on MTV, fucking soap opera by Tyler Perry. That was like my lineup.
I watched none of them, and I remember your Teen Wolf phase too.
I was in Teen Wolf bad. But I was watching it live, and I remember there was this thing, Styles, he was about to kill himself. He was tweaking. And everybody's like, all of Twitter's like, don't do it, Styles, don't do it, stop. And this nigga Dakota I went to school was like, do it, Styles. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Dakota? He's like, I don't even watch the show. I just seen everybody tweeting, don't do it, Styles.
Yeah.
Long hair motherfucker, leave me alone. I'm going through something.
Oh, wait.
They're supposed to be coming out with a movie, but I don't know if I remember the plot enough.
My brother used to watch that show too.
I was on Teen Wolf Bats. And I also in high school was watching Saved by the Bell.
That's my shit. I used to
love
watch
Saved
that
by the
shit
Bell.
every morning before when I was getting ready for school. Like that used to be my shit. It used to come on TBS.
Oh, maybe that's one of my AKs. But I don't know if I like Lisa enough for her to be my AK. And I definitely don't like Kelly. I'm not a Kelly fan. Maybe Jessie.
I need to watch it again as an adult because I'm sure I will have different opinions.
I think Childish Gambino, he had a line like, it was in reference to Saved by the Bell, and then he went, I'm so excited, because remember when Jessie got addicted to them pills? And she was like, I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so scared. And then she cried, and then they went to commercial. I was like, and Childish Gambino watches Saved by the Bell. I was living a completely different life. I was terrorizing people and like, whatever.
Yeah, that's Saved by the Bell was a good show though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely have to go back and watch it.
Screech being a terrible person was like,
He was actually annoying too on the show.
yeah.
He did annoy me, but like,
But him being like bad in real life was terrible too.
yeah, that was really like the biggest plot twist. 'Cause I never would have.
But he died.
I
Rest in
think he
peace.
did die like a couple years ago.
Damn. Never got a chance to redeem yourself. You was not in that the reunion on People magazine. They left your ass the fuck
When
out.
did he died? His name was Screech. Right?
His name was Dustin something. But you know, Mr. Belding's still on Instagram, like at Mr. Belding.
For real.
Yeah, like you never got another job. When he
Did
died?
die? Oh, he died 2021
I was gonna say I know he died.
from lung cancer.
Well, he's not even Hotep of the Week.
Who's Hotep?
Nor is the person who did Lark Voorhees' makeup all fucked up that one time. And people were like, what did she do to her face? It is Blueface. There's a lot of reasons Blueface could be Hotep of the Week.
Yeah, like what could he not be Hotep for?
So recently Blueface has been on a brigade of... Blueface has experienced what one would call a narcissistic injury. Because he's a piece of shit. And so he's been tweeting... A couple weeks ago, all he was tweeting was, I don't care about Krishan. We've been done for 3 months. Leave me alone. Mm-hmm. Then, you know, after the birth of his son, trying to be... I don't know if he thinks that this is like a read or what. But he basically says, unlike... And should I read the direct quote? I don't want to misquote him being a piece of shit. Let me read the direct quote. He says, no, actually, I'm lying. Do I have the direct quote? Or I deleted it. Anyways, he said that unlike Krishan's fucked up family, he's not going to have his kid be touched or molested. Mm-hmm. And why that is particularly interesting to me is, one, if that's something that's gone on in Krishan's family, I don't feel like it's your business to disclose. Two, as we've mentioned, Krishan has upwards of 10 siblings. It's not like he's being passed off to like these are his aunts and uncles. So he says, my kid not finna be molested and touched on like everybody in her family, dead homies. I don't play them type of games. In the first 48 hours, the baby been held and touched by 20 different people. Every time I check my phone, it's a new person holding the baby. Okay.
Why the fuck you not even there? I mean, I could understand.
He wasn't invited.
I do understand her not inviting him. However, I feel like if he really wanted to be there, she would allow it.
And he says, sad part about all this is she doesn't know that we care about the baby more than her at this point. She's so selfish. She's only worried about what she wants instead of what's best for the child. 24 hours later, I literally can't believe y'all thought this kid would change anything. If she don't take my son serious and make that her main focus and priority for at least 30 days, I will file for custody. You've been warned.
And do what? Your son is already sleeping on the floor.
That was
with
crazy.
No food in the crib.
That was crazy.
What, you gonna get custody of the? For one, you're not gonna get custody.
You're not gonna get custody of the baby.
But
That's what I'm
just hypothetically speaking, if you were, you are gonna get custody and do what?
These niggas don't want custody for real. They just want to hurt somebody else's feelings. And now back to what I was saying about the whole my son's not gonna be molested and touched thing. That is strange. Because what are you trying to say? Are you trying to expose somebody else's childhood trauma? Are you trying to imply something about Krishan? Are you trying to imply something about her parents? Because in any circumstance, that's not your fucking family to be doing that shit to. But you know who is your family? Your brother. And on August 24th, he posted something on Instagram that people bypassed, but I didn't. So I have a screenshot, Blueface, and I'm going to read it. And your brother types like you, so bear with me. Allegedly, Blueface's brother's girlfriend beat the mama up as well. Because, you know, Krishan beat the mama up. The mom goes on a rant about this on Instagram, and he posted his story talking about, let my girl beat you up. You let 2 different husbands put their hands on us because of you. I went to prison because you think being a mom is done by the world. You never taught me shit except how to eat pussy one time, which was weird as fuck. I learned everything I ever knew on my own. I forgot you existed most of my life. I had to catch the bus home from games, sit outside, catch a ride home with the janitor. I was getting good grades, and I'm on 2 different sports teams too. All I can say is you let me drive a car when I got my license. Shit, you had 3 of them, and it was only so you didn't have to take anybody to school.
Wait.
Yep.
Now he learned how to eat pussy from his mom. We're like, what? How do you even do that? Like, was that him saying that his mom molested him, or?
I'll read the line again. You never taught me shit except how to eat pussy one time, which was weird as fuck.
Yeah, to me, that's implying that he ate his mom's pussy.
That's what I gathered from that.
That is weird as fuck.
She should be in
jail.
Yep.
Jail immediately.
Yep. Prison, the big house, the Hooskow, the Pokey. So for you to then turn around and get on Twitter like Mr. Big Stuff and say my kid's not finna be molested and touched on like everybody in her family. Have you spoken to your brother? Because people bypass that shit on like social media. I didn't think it was funny. I think it confirmed what I was most concerned about with Blueface's mom's behavior. Mm-hmm. And instead of trying to help your brother heal or figure something the fuck out, because your sister's bugged the fuck out too, Blueface.
I mean,
you talk about somebody else's family.
Right, exactly. He's talking about her family, and your family is fucked up.
Bad.
Too.
Who's Blueface Senior? Who is your father?
Like, make it make sense.
So, I mean, you're a shit partner, you're a shit dad, you're a shit brother. Get a fucking grip.
That shit really just gagged me.
Whenever you think there's someone not there to put the pieces together, here I am with the 2-week-old screenshot I forgot about.
Hey, them screenshots be coming in handy.
Because I remember I was like, I'm going to talk about this on TikTok. And then I was like, this is not shit to talk about, because when I went to the comments, people weren't paying attention to what was most important. And that was most important to me. If you're alleging that your mother molested you, we should look into that.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about. But other people didn't seem to be worried about that. But also the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talks, all these comments are like fucking cesspools these days. Like, it used to be like you could joke around in the comments. This shit is not funny anymore. I just know when I go to the comments, I'm not going to agree with them.
Yeah. It's just like, social media is just so draining. It's so draining. I mean, if you allow it to be, but like, there's nothing enjoyable about it other than like the jokes. You know, some like shit do be funny sometimes, but like overall, it's just
It's not.
It's just like, bro, what the fuck? Like I said, what the fuck do y'all even be talking about? Like,
we never know.
Like people, and then like I feel like with Twitter, where you getting paid for like engagement, people just really just be saying like outlandish shit just so they can like have other people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what's so crazy? I was very naive to the Twitter bag, but like, you know the girl who gets all the retweets like, hey, Honey Ray or Raven?
Yeah, it's a lot of them, yeah.
I know her.
For real.
Yeah, like what's so crazy about Raven? Hi, Raven, if you're watching. I moved here and I was still going back to Mass for the summers. And so I went there for the summer. I met a girl. She's like, yeah, I live in Virginia too. So then we left the teen center. We were here. We ended up hanging out a lot too. So I knew women before she had her baby and all that. So now I'm like on TikTok and she's on the Twitter space. But she was on that shit way before, like pre-Elon, pre-all that shit. Because I'm like, why the fuck is she typing the memes out? Is she all right?
Yeah,
It's a bag in that, and it's been a bag in that. Y'all just catching on.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it been, you know, like tweets been going viral, and like there has been other ways to make money like before Twitter Blue, but like now they have Twitter Blue now, so it's like niggas with Twitter Blue, they the ones I feel like they be fucking stirring the pot and shit because. It's like, bro, like, what the fuck are you even talking about? This shit don't even make sense. But people see that, they'll come across a tweet and it makes them feel like fired up. Yeah. It's like, oh, I gotta speak on this, and
you don't.
And that's how they get their engagement up. But like you said, you don't really have to like give it that energy, that attention. But that's just what social media is now.
Yeah, and also circling back to just hot tip of the week really quick. Even if we put to the side that either you've molested your son or committed some sort of emotional incest, at best case scenario is that he had to ride home with the janitor from school. He was sitting outside. He had to catch the bus home from his fucking games, and he was in 2 sports and he was still making good grades, and he forgot you existed. Fuck out of here.
Like, you just
what could Blueface teach anybody about how to be a mother? You didn't have a good one. Just because moms like stay, just because parents stay, fuck moms, just because one of your parents stayed for you doesn't make them a good parent. Like we talked about in last episode, that dad who got the custody out of spite.
He gonna make that kid life a living hell.
And the internet's gonna be every step of the way to remind him you didn't end up here on accident.
You asked for this.
Yep.
Well, was that it for what's up? Okay. So for my lyric, I have this is funny. The lyric is, in the dark right now, feeling lost but I like it. Comfort in my sins and all about me.
That is SZA, but it's not in cursive. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's kind of in cursive in the actual song.
It's absolutely in cursive. Until you read it, I didn't know the words. Stand on my shirt, I don't know what the fuck.
Sometimes I be wondering, is the lyrics even right? Because
when she was singing in fucking Spanish in the Cali Uchi song, I said, I'm never going to decipher this, and I'm bilingual. I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, that's the song is called Shae. But the lesson behind it, to my interpretation, is you have to love and like yourself regardless. You have to forgive yourself and give yourself grace for like the bullshit you was on, the mistakes you made, your past mistakes. They don't define you, you know what I'm saying? But you can sit with them sometimes and reflect on how you'll move differently from this point forward. But like, there's no need to like beat yourself up, you know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't out here doing no fucked up shit like Blueface mom.
Yeah.
But just regular, human mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got their shit that they have to deal with. And sometimes like that's okay. Sometimes, like I said, if it's not on no like putting other people like in harm's way.
Yeah.
But even sometimes, like I guess like even like with friendships or romantically, you might hurt somebody's feelings, and at the end of the day, you might feel sorry for that, and you might be a bad person. I don't know, but it's okay like to learn from like your mistakes. So like not let it like turn you into this cold person, but like learn from it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I got from that song. I mean, well, from that lyric in the song.
That's what I get from it now that I know what the fuck she's saying.
But that's my. I feel like that album. SOS. I feel like it's a good album.
Yo, Snooze is my shit.
Love Language is my shit.
Ugh, something about Snooze. I cannot get that shit. That's why I'm not going to see her sing that shit live.
Yeah, actually, I'm starting to hate that song.
I'm with you.
That's the one song I'm like, I can actually not hear this anymore.
And everybody be so in love when they put on their TikTok videos. They're so cute.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's that meme? They be like, I don't know the meme. It said something like, I wish this was happening for me right now, or something like that. I don't know. I can't think of it right now, but
at least it didn't get the hours and hours treatment. Remember, they were like, all right, why y'all putting hours and hours over the video of the crab legs? This is getting real crazy.
That song's everywhere.
Then there was a Spanish version. You know what? Never mind.
And we were still in the pandemic at that time. Like,
turn us loose. Then I said, I know that ain't Priscilla Renee.
and was
I ain't a dog. Because that was my shit getting up ready for school. And that was on the MTV music videos.
Yeah.
So, I could never be.
I used to love watching MTV before when they played music videos in the morning. VH1 did that too.
I was at Lollapalooza one year. And I was like, well, nobody I want to see right now. I might just get some food. And I just hear it like from the other side of the park. I can tell just what you want. You don't want to be alone. And I was like, that's the redheaded boy. I used to see him. Oh my God. And it was Two Door Cinema Club. Oh my God. Dum, 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 dum. But I do have a lyric, and it's not that. Do you have any guesses?
No.
Not even one?
Sexy Red.
No, close though. My lyric is, call me that BYE and my honey. You know niggas love bitches with money?
Is that Ice Spice?
Yes.
Is that Deli?
Yes.
Okay, I got one.
And that was a good line from Spice. I like that one. But the warning is this camera on me? Listen, y'all. Listen up. It's fall. It is fall. The hobosexuals are out. They know winter is coming. They love bitches with money. They're trying to get in your house. One day you're on a date. It's what do you bring to the table? Next thing you know, you're big money. Don't fucking fall for it. Lock your windows. Lock your doors. They're outside. Be careful. Look the fuck alive, bitch. He don't like you that much. He's homeless. You wondering why he don't got a key ring? Because he ain't got no keys, bitch.
I'm weak.
Look alive. They're out here. They're out here. They know it's about to get cold.
That's funny.
I feel like I give this warning once a year. It's on the verge. And you're thinking, bet your winter ain't till like December. They do this for a living, bitch. It's preseason.
Yeah, this is why they used to say, oh, it's about to be cuffing season.
Yeah.
I'm putting out applications and shit.
Yep. And they go offer to come to Thanksgiving. Next thing you know, he's living on your fucking couch.
Damn. That's some real shit.
She was right. You know niggas love bitches with money.
That's some real shit.
Anybody who's saying, you the one with all the money, or they calling you big money, or what's another one they be doing? They just get in your car and they go, put that nigga on the street today.
I'm fucking weak. It's the side for me.
All his music on YouTube.
Yeah. Don't get caught up.
One time I dated someone, they was mad broke. They had like $6 to their name. Then next thing I know, you got a Bojangles meal. I said, bitch, why didn't you get a rotisserie chicken? They're not even just broke, they're stupid. You could eat off a rotisserie chicken like 3 days.
That's true.
You got a dry ass biscuit and some Bojangles.
Now you hungry again in a couple hours.
Terrible. Terrible. So look alive. Every time you hear deli, remind yourself. You know niggas love bitches with money. I get a lot. That's where they looking for you at. Don't say that part. Say it in your head.
Yeah. Yeah, that is where y'all be fucking up at.
If you got a car, look in the car. Is there clothes in there? Block him. Ask that nigga who his internet provider is.
Well,
It's rough out here.
that's weird.
Living off the land? Yeah. They the weirdest niggas out.
Yeah. That shit is really real though. Like it's definitely about to get cold. Niggas plotting.
And then you gonna end up
Bitches
pregnant.
is plotting too. Like
Yeah.
don't be fooled.
I'm just saying niggas love bitches with money because that's the line. But please,
Like I always say niggas is gender neutral.
anybody without like a retwist, and you think to yourself, I've never seen them with a retwist. Be alarmed.
I'm fucking weak.
If you looking at a girl, you like, all right, girl, it's time to take them braids out. You know, you're back from DR now.
If she asking the match, it's a setup. She say like, can I come smoke?
If you have a casual
No,
get
ma'am.
together and they bring a bottle and then they grab it and say, all right, y'all have a good night. That's all they got in this world. If you text them and it say message blocking active,
Wait, what?
you know, if they only FaceTime audio you, they coming to live at your house.
Those are red flags. Those are.
If they, you know, someone's trying to give them some money and they won't accept it via like Cash App, it's because they account in the negative. Look alive.
Stay woke.
We should record a PSA.
I feel like that was one.
Yeah, but like a real one that can get aired on the local news.
Yeah. And get rolled to the share it on her page.
Then the niggas gonna attack us.
You said they going to?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Because we putting the plan on Front Street.
Mm-hmm. They gonna be like, that's why we don't protect y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, y'all ain't got shit to protect anyway. But I guess we can get into the topic of the week. Let me stay focused. So we talked a little bit about cheating last week. I want to kind of continue the conversation because there's so many different like aspects, right? So there was this tweet that was going around, and the person was saying like how they can't be friends. It was a woman. She was saying how she can't be friends with someone that will cheat on their partner, because basically they're going to turn around and be a bad friend to her. And there was a lot of discussion on it on Twitter, and a lot of people were saying like no, they agreed with her. You know, a lot of people were saying like it's only a matter of time before that friend does something to me.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of people that was saying like that's none of my business, and like if that's my friend, like I'm sticking with them, or you know what I'm saying, if they're out there doing shit like that, they probably, you know, it's probably for a reason.
Yeah.
And I feel like, me personally, I feel like that's like a cop out. But do you think you can be friends with someone who is a cheater?
Oof. Like a serial cheater?
So there, like, okay, so like there are situations, right? So like, I mean, there could be somebody who's a serial cheater, or there could be somebody who's like, yeah, I guess I would say a serial cheater, or like somebody who's
No.
consistently cheating on their.
Yeah, you always cheat on your partner. No, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Why not?
I think it just speaks to like a character flaw, like, and it speaks to the fact that you down for deceiving people. Like, if you a serial cheater, you got this shit down to a science, and or you've been caught more than once, and the fact that that person didn't leave you, you took that as carte blanche to keep dragging that person through the mud. I don't think, like, I could never be one of, especially one of those friends that like help the friend cheat. I don't really want nothing to do with that unless the person is like really terrible. I don't see. I don't know. And the only way to shame people out of cheating, because cheating has become so fucking popular,
Normalized.
yeah, is that the motherfuckers around you gonna have to be like,
Shame your ass.
you a
for
grimy
it.
motherfucker. Yeah.
Like, and like that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if you have people around you that condones it, okay. Well, let me just say, I personally, I don't think I would want to be friends with somebody who is a cheater, like a serial cheater, or somebody, you know, who consistently cheats
Yeah.
on their partner. Like, because like you said, I feel like it is a character flaw. And I don't necessarily think you're gonna turn around and like,
You can't cheat on me. We not dating.
yeah, but to me, there's, I don't know if it's morals or ethics, but like your morals are skewed to me.
Yeah.
Because
And
like
you sleeping well.
you telling this person you love them, like me personally, I just would feel weird being around them, especially if you lie to your partner and I'm around you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
Like-
I don't, and I'm not a cheater. I've never cheated on anybody. I've been cheated on. But I couldn't see myself doing that to somebody. And so, and I beat my ex bitch up for doing that. So why would I turn around and go,
yeah,
I would have to scar my own face.
I cheated, but I was young. Then we talked about this last week. Back when I was in fucking freshman year, like maybe like 12, my senior year of high school,
Like
freshman
17,
year.
18, yeah.
Yeah, like, I was pretty young, like, and I haven't been on that type of shit as an adult, because I feel like you kind of grow past that at a point. And so if you're growing, you doing shit like that, like you have some shit within you that's not right. And I'm not necessarily trying to judge anybody, because I do feel like cheating, even though I feel like it's wrong, I do feel like it is a human thing, because it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally not everybody get cheated on, but I've been cheated on. Fucking Beyonce been cheated on. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get cheated on, so it's like, it's kind of like normal, but it's also like fucked up.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to be around a person who is just like okay with being fucked up. And I feel like there are friends, like friend groups where they support that shit.
They all grimy.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, like that's just, I look at people differently. Like when I was cheating on, I started to think like, well, even before this, like back when I was younger and I was doing my dirt, I realized like my partner's friends are not my friends. Like that's a lesson that you learn early on, until you get older and you have like couples friends, and then you can build those type of friendships.
Now,
but
if somebody cheat on you and you cheat back, I'm Ray Charles. But this should be leading towards the end of the relationship.
Yeah, because I mean, it's
like I'm gonna get you back and then I'm gone.
Yeah,
not I'm gonna get you back and then we still in a relationship. You invite me to be at the wedding. I gotta play the meatballs. I don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, like I don't want to be deceitful. Like I don't want to be pulled into your deceit. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I got cheated on, I'm like, so your friends is cool with you doing shit like this? You know what I'm saying? Like your friends didn't check you. Like I expect for the person I'm dealing with, like I want them to have friends who
would say, what the fuck?
yeah, like I don't want to date anybody who's grimy themselves and also hangs with grimy people, because like
There's no checks and balances.
yeah, checks and balances. That's perfect. That's the perfect way to put it.
Because I just feel like I would get the ick being around you and your partner. Like, watching you interact with this person like you haven't done shit to them would make me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Like, you just fake. I just feel like it just...
Yeah.
And, like, it goes back to just being too old to be on doing shit like that. Because you could just... I think it's more of a selfish thing. Like, a person wants their cake and eat it too type shit. But
do you think it's our gender? Do you think that if we were men, we would be having the same conversation?
I feel like with men... men themselves, I mean, I'm not a man, so I can't really speak for them, but just basically off of what I observe, like, it's always, matter of fact, this kind of go back to Young Blue. I don't know if you know about that situation with him and his wife.
Can you explain this for the viewers?
So he flew some girl out from, because I didn't watch, she posted a video, I didn't watch the video, I just read what he posted, and I guess he was responding to the video she put out. I don't know if she was saying that she was with him or what.
Yeah, she said he flew her out and it was weird.
Yeah, and so, and he didn't feed her, or he didn't do something for her, and he was like, yeah, I flew you out, but you smelled weird, and I didn't want to hurt your feelings, so I just let you hang out. But mind you, he's married,
right?
So he just publicly admitted to like cheating, but not cheating on his wife. Like, he didn't fuck the girl, but he had intentions on it. And he ended up making another post saying like he basically was saying, I don't want to misquote him, but he basically was saying that, you know, he was sorry for embarrassing his wife publicly, so he was going to apologize publicly. But he was also saying like, you know, I was fucked up, I was wrong, but I'm just a man.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he said, like, men make mistakes. And it was like, it was kind of like, oh, his wife is supposed to like accept this and move on from it now. Yeah. And it's like, I do feel like men get that freedom or that leeway, like, oh, he's just a man. Like, men cheat, but bitches be out here cheating too. And I feel like it's becoming more normalized for women to like do the shit now too. Like you said, like, everybody just think it's cool because, I mean, everybody done been cheating on, so it's like, hey, I might as well.
Yeah, and y'all not getting y'all look back on the same people that cheated on you. Y'all involving people who don't got nothing to do with that situation and hurting their feelings. Yes,
and getting your look back, it really don't feel as good as like what people try to make it out to be. So you might as well just dead the situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of cheating going on is not...
Because now you just a cheater too.
Yeah, you kind of like stoop to that level, and it's like, you know, what's the point? Like, I just feel like it's a lot of unnecessary, like, sleeping around, exposing your body to like outside people and shit like that. And I don't really want to be around nobody like that.
Right. Because like, I feel like that's the same family. Type of bitch.
Like, I don't want to be around, if my cousin was on some bullshit, like, I wouldn't want to be around that. Because I'm like, what are you doing? And that puts the people around you in a fucked up position, because if some shit hit the fan, you know what I'm saying?
Especially anybody with a brother. Just don't even put your sisters or your mama in that situation.
Yeah, it's like, because there's so much shit can go wrong when you involve. Like, if you're going to do, I mean, and this kind of go back to the sneaky link shit. If you're going to do that, you know what I'm saying? Keep that shit literally
far the fuck away from me.
Like, under wraps, like, away from everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should literally not involve anybody else but the two people, you know what I'm saying, doing it. Because you involving other people, you don't have no respect for them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's just saying like, well, you got to deal with whatever comes. And
I know some people who are doing like a sneaky link situation, and their reasoning, I understand it. Cool. But I also told them, just because the people who you know are not cool with it, that don't mean bring it around everybody else. Because the other problem is you're not even giving us plausible deniability. It's not even that we don't like love y'all or support y'all or whatever. But I need to be able to say, I had no fucking idea.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, because I'm going to fucking tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie about the shit.
I can't say I had no idea and then they pull up a picture of us at the beach. You know what I'm saying? Here y'all go at the mall, y'all at laser tag.
And
what
then,
the fuck I look like?
And now you mad because
I sang like a canary.
Yeah, like how you mad because the fucking proof is out there.
The proof is in the pudding.
Like I don't get that shit. But do you think like once a cheater always a cheater, or like do you think? I mean, I feel like I'm kind of proved that. But then again, I don't know.
You were 17.
No. Yeah, like I feel like that don't really count. Like even when I tell people like, oh yeah, I cheated, like I just always put that disclaimer. Like I was so young, like I barely knew what a relationship was.
And were you in love with this person? No. I feel like there's something about like being an adult in adult relationships. We're all assuming that we're in love with these people that we're in relationships with. Shit, I'm in love with my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. You should be. Like
know
if you're
what
with
I'm
that
saying?
person, you should be in love with them. Yeah.
So if you in love with this motherfucker and you cheat on them, I'm just your friend. Lord knows that's the type of bitch y'all all go out of town or out of the country and they bring a nigga back to the B&B. You don't need those type of problems.
Yeah.
At all. Ditch them.
Yeah. Yeah, that I just had a flashback of a situation, but I don't know if I should speak on it. But
Up to you.
I probably shouldn't.
We're gonna leave that where it's at. We're gonna get a Patreon.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like it's a good convo, but it's not for the public.
It's not for the public.
Unless you paying, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do feel like, you know, there are situations where I don't think everything's black and white.
Yeah,
you know?
There's definitely nuance to every situation. But you serial cheating, like, you know what I'm saying? You got a nigga every time we go on the group trips, you the person fucking people?
Yeah.
No.
It's like, bro, like, that shit is not cool.
It's disgusting.
When you want to be like a well-rounded person, or you want to have like good relationships with people, good friendships, you have to be like a good person.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but cheating is not like indicative of like being a good person. To me,
It's not.
It's showing that you're actually not a good person.
And the fact that I know about it, you ain't got no remorse.
And you could actually be a decent person, but like,
I don't see it.
Like you just, and then you, I feel like you can't even live that shit down. Like once you do it, it's like you just, like I do feel like people change. I do feel like you can be a cheater at one point in your life, and then you know get healed or get healing, you know, and become like a faithful person or monogamous. But yeah, I feel like it takes work. You have to like take accountability. You got to be aware and shit like that. And if you can't even like be aware enough to like understand the situations you putting people in, then like you probably not even realizing that you a fucked up person. So
yeah, you're probably still making excuses to yourself.
Yeah,
that you're not fucked up.
So I don't know. I just feel for like people who have those type of like friends that just be like, yeah, you need to. You know what I'm saying? And like friends that encourage that life, like I don't fuck with it.
And we shouldn't. Either way, we advise you not to cheat, and we also have advice from Umar, which is where we take a no context Dr. Umar clip and we turn it into valuable life advice. I've been tasked with that this week, and here's what the fuck I have. Is this what the fuck I have? Let me make sure.
Or my brother loves white women. How can I redeem him? Don't redeem him. Release him to the bunny brigade. Don't save the snow bunny lover. We got to stop trying to save the snow bunny lover. If your brother is addicted to the bunny, send him to the bunny brigade. Send his ass to the ice storm. Send him to the snowstorm. Don't try to save your brother. Give him to the snow bunny mafia. Let that Negro go free.
Well, the bunny brigade,
The snow bunny mafia. The ice storm.
the ice storm. I like that.
What I gather from that is stop trying to change these motherfuckers. Like, if you know people, whether it be a relationship, whether it be your fucking parents or people close to you in your family, whether it be your friends, stop trying to change people. What did Maya Angelou say? When somebody shows you who the fuck they are, believe them the first time. Stop sticking around and trying to change these motherfuckers when really what you're having is a disalignment of morals. You don't believe in the same things. You don't believe the same things. You don't agree with how this person is behaving. There's certain shit you can't change about people. And morals and values are one of those things that even if you do change them, it's not happening soon. Mm-hmm. Don't put yourself through the distress. Leave that motherfucker behind. If their morals and values change, y'all will be in alignment some other time.
I love it, bro. You that was perfect. That's perfect. Because I definitely agree with that. I also heard something, I can't remember who fucking said it, but trust people to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, somebody show you who they are, believe them the first time, and trust them to be that person like that they showed you. Like, you can't change them. If they're gonna change, like you said, they're gonna do it on their own, and it's probably not gonna be no time soon. So save yourself
Right.
the fucking stress.
I guess we should probably close with this. Have you ever heard the story of the frog and the scorpion? Mm-mm. So, scorpion's trying to get across the river. Obviously, scorpions can't swim. Guess who's coming across the river? A frog. He's like, hey, can you take me across the river? The frog's like, fuck you, no, you're a scorpion. I'm not doing that. And he's like, but why would, like, I understand I sting people, but why would I sting you? If I sting you, we're both going to drown. Mm-hmm. I need to ride across the river. The frog's like, nah, I'm good. He's like, please, please, please. I have all this shit to do. Like, it's an emergency. Please. And so the frog's like, fuck, okay. Scorpion gets on the frog's back. They get halfway across the river. Guess what happens?
He stings him.
He stings him. And the frog's like, why would you sting me? Now we're both going to drown. And he said, you knew I was a scorpion when you picked me up.
Down.
You can't even trust a motherfucker with bad intentions to have their own best interests at heart. Never mind yours.
That's a fucking word.
Don't do it.
I love it.
So that's my lesson to you. This has been another episode of Let Me Stay Focused, the podcast. Don't be a hating ass bitch during the break. And we'll see you next week. Bye.